Welcome back to India at a Glance, the podcast where we unpack the profound mysteries, vibrant culture, and timeless philosophies of one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations. Today, we are diving into a paradox. A concept that often leaves Western historians and theologians completely fascinated, and sometimes, a little bewildered. Think about the major frameworks of belief in the world. Christianity has Jesus Christ. Islam has Prophet Muhammad. Buddhism has Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Judaism traces its roots back to Abraham and Moses. Almost every major religion, institution, or global movement has a founder, a starting point, a specific date, a central figure who laid down the rules. But what if I told you that the oldest surviving spiritual tradition in the world, Hinduism, or as it is authentically known, Sanatan Dharma, has no founder? There is no single prophet. No single holy book that claims absolute monopoly over the truth. No specific starting date in history. How does a philosophy survive for thousands of years without a central authority or a founding father? Today, we are going to analyze this using logic, history, and a framework that might just change the way you look at spirituality altogether. To understand why Sanatan Dharma has no founder, we first need to strip away the Western translation of the word religion. In the West, religion is generally understood as a specific set of beliefs, often tied to a covenant between God and humanity, delivered through a chosen prophet. You either believe in the doctrine, or you don't. But the word dharma doesn't translate to religion. It translates closer to the inherent nature of reality or universal law. And Sanatan means eternal. So, Sanatan Dharma literally translates to the eternal law. Let's look at this through the lens of science. Who founded gravity? Did Sir Isaac Newton invent gravity? Of course not. Gravity existed long before humanity was even a speck in the universe. Newton simply observed, analyzed, and articulated the law of gravity. This is exactly how Sanatan Dharma views spiritual truths. The ancient Indian sages, known as rishis, did not consider themselves founders or inventors of a religion. They considered themselves spiritual scientists. They went into deep states of meditation to observe the nature of consciousness, the universe, and human suffering. When they discovered a universal truth, they recorded it. Therefore, asking, who founded Sanatan Dharma, is like asking, who founded physics. It wasn't founded, it was discovered, layer by layer, over millennia. Now, let's bring in a modern analogy to make this even clearer. Think of the software running your computer. Some operating systems are built by a single corporation, they are closed, highly controlled, and heavily centralized. Sanatan Dharma, on the other hand, is the ultimate open-source philosophy. Because there was no single founder to say, this is the final word, the system remained incredibly open. Over thousands of years, different thinkers, philosophers, and seekers contributed to this massive library of spiritual code. If someone discovered a new path to inner peace, whether through meditation, known as Raja Yoga, through action and duty, known as Karma Yoga, or through intellect and logic, known as Gyan Yoga, it was added to the collective wisdom. This decentralized nature is actually its greatest strength. It is why Sanatan Dharma has never been structurally rigid. It evolved, adapted, and grew, absorbing new ideas and encouraging relentless questioning. This brings us to the core philosophical argument, the concept of the ultimate reality, or Brahmo. In the Sanatan worldview, the ultimate truth or the divine is infinite. Logic dictates that an infinite reality cannot be completely comprehended by a finite human mind, nor can it be entirely captured in a single book or by a single individual's teachings. There is a famous verse in the Rig Veda, one of the oldest texts known to humanity. It says, Ekam Sat Vipra, Bahuda Vedanti. Translated, this means, truth is one, but the wise call it by many names. This single line is the logical foundation of why there is no founder. If the truth is infinite, there must be infinite ways to reach it. A founder usually points to one way. Sanatan Dharma provides a compass, but tells you that you are free to chart your own path up the mountain. So, what does this mean for a seeker today? It means that Sanatan Dharma does not ask for blind belief in a historical figure. Instead, it invites empirical investigation. It tells you, here are the tools: meditation, mindfulness, duty, philosophical inquiry. Now, step into the laboratory of your own mind and test them. The authority doesn't come from a founder who lived 5,000 years ago, the authority comes from your own direct experience of the truth. In a world that is becoming increasingly individualistic and scientific, this ancient open-source, founderless philosophy feels surprisingly modern. It respects the individual's intelligence and their unique spiritual journey. Thank you for joining me on this exploration today on India at a Glance. We've only just scratched the surface of this vast ocean of thought. If this logical approach to spirituality resonated with you, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who loves exploring deep philosophical ideas. Until next time, keep questioning, keep seeking, and keep exploring.